Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to DRC. My name's Evan, and we are live on this fine Wednesday evening for what should be another great race in DRC. It's season 4, round number 11. It's the Italian Grand Prix. We are live in Monza, qualifying just underway for what is nearly another full grid. We have 19 drivers to entertain us here tonight around the Temple of Speed. No cars out on track yet, but we will see them coming out on the track, hopefully, very shortly. And here is the first man out on track. It will be last week's winner, Danny Headcamper. Sorry, not last week, Saturday's winner. He won around Monaco in a chaotic Monaco Grand Prix. He's on the mediums, which is an odd choice around Monza. Taking away our championship leader, Dart FIFA's streak. He'll have to do it again if he wants to win another 10 races in a row. Can't do it in this season, because we do only have 3 races left in season 4. The battle for P1 is already over, as Dart FIFA has been awarded the championship. But the battle for P2 is still underway it's currently held by Matthias Master, as Danny was the only one out of our top 5 to score points on Saturday. Most drivers coming out on track now, all on the soft tyres, apart from Danny. He is on the mediums. Driving for the Haas team now, was driving for Red Bull up until his maiden victory in DRC. As he will be the first to get around on a qualifying lap. A lot of special... nearly a collision between... I don't know how to pronounce that name. But between the Williams and I believe it was Tentoon Stelling, running a special Monza helmet. A lot of special Monza helmets. Carem running one as well. Oh, Johnny Headcamper's spun! Just coming out of the second chicane. He's spun, coming into Lesmo. One, he's out! He's hit the wall. He is out of this session. And our last week's pole sitter and last week's win will not be taking part, as FEL sets a purple sector, but of course he is going to be slightly interrupted by that grass-ridden Haas. That sounded strange, and I don't know why, but... AG30 letting Dart FIFA through. Please tell me that's just a visual glitch and he is not on the hard tyres for a qualifying lap. I'm really just gonna hope it's a visual glitch. Levy has gone quickest with a 1:21, and the Toro Rosso sets the banker time for us here around Monza. It hasn't been beaten, or it has been beaten by Joey in the Renault F1 team. Signed just today, I believe. But he has cut the chicane by about a year. Wow, Dart FIFA's gone quickest. 1:21 in the racing point, looking to get back to winning ways. After a poor F1 Monaco, he's been instantly beaten by Matthias Gamer in the top. What are they doing to that first chicane? That's not allowed. But anyway, we move on, as it is Matthias quickest in the Toro Rosso so far. He's beaten Dart FIFA by a landslide. As we have the two Alphas both on the medium compound tyres. We seen the Alfa Romeo starting both second last week, and then both had good points finishes. Jarno slotted 9th in the Mercedes, replacing Lorenzo Racer for this race. Lorenzo's second miss in a row. Oh, and he's taken the chicane properly, which is good to see. Has FEL just missed the pit lane? Did he just miss the pit lane? How do you miss the pit lane around Monza? Anyway, he has. Karem's gone second in the Ferrari. Good luck from the Turkish driver. 1:19.9. Rafa slotted 8th in the Mercedes after having a collision with our provisional pole sitter in Monaco. They both became Roma and Grosjean around Monaco. Drivers who haven't set a lap is AG Sergi. Stein, I did get pronunciation on that, seemingly. Stein is in 16th. In the Williams, Quicks are 17th. SVDL 18th. Somebody's just improved. I've no idea who it is. It was Killers. No, I don't know. As far as shot Ryan. Somebody's saying he's for the Turkish driver. That both Ferrari drivers are Turkish. Those of Karem and Killers. Both Turkish representatives. Ryan's cut that chicane by about a year. I really need to stop saying that. That's gonna... Stein on his lap. Yellow flag sector 2. Is it just somebody slowing down? Not sure. Do you see the Renault of Joey coming back out of the pit lane? Alongside Dimitri. A lot of Karem fans in the comments so far. Oh, I know the Turkish guys in real life. Somebody's just improved. It was SVDL. He's beaten his Racing Point teammate. Sebastian beating Thomas in the Racing Point battle. That's gonna be something to watch. Stein's gone second in the Williams. Speaking of something to watch, there we go. That's where you want it to go, especially in the Williams. That is really annoying me, the way they're all cocaine. That is really annoying me. Is that just correct? That killer's letting people through. Stewart's at the yellow flag. There's a lot of yellow flags. I'm letting everybody through. Joey's on a flat so far. Gonna get out. Oh, enough. Well, that's a commentator curse as he comes around and slides it into Lesmo 2. Ferrari. Before I say, we're gonna see the return of an old phrase. Ferrari. Seeing the slipstream shenanigans around this back straight. And that phrase, no, that's a phrase we haven't heard in a while. Both giving each other slipstream. Dark Viva's improved to a 1:19.4. And why am I stuck on Levy? We're gonna have to go the long way around to go to Dart FIFA. And here comes Karem suctioning in past Killer, giving the slipstream. Killers giving Karem the slipstream. As then Killers decides to straight line the first chicane. Yellow's in sector 3, not sure what's happening there. AG30 still our only one not to set a lap so far in this session. With Dark FIFA selling the quickest lap so far, 2/10 ahead of his biggest challenger so far today, Matthias Gamer. But of course Stein set a very impressive lap alongside the other Toro Rosso. Could we see a double Toro Rosso podium round their home circuit in Monza? Of course, in the real Formula 1, we did see Sebastian Vettel's win in 2008 around this track. Could we see a Matthias Gamer win around this track today? Or even a Levy win, showing some good pace early on. Now we're stuck on Karem. This is really bugging me up today. Let's start FIFA. On provisional pole, Karem's gone 4th in the Ferrari, getting the slipstream from his Ferrari teammate. It's put him up into 4th position, but it's not good enough if he wants to challenge the 119.4 of Dart FIFA. Oh, yellow flags. SVDL and Quickster, both going very slowly, coming around the Parabolica. As we see SVDL starting a flying lap. Also, Joey's on an out lap as well. And FEL has gone into 8th position in the Red Bull. I'm saying FEL because I'm not calling him Magic Alonso. Because I'm not calling him Magic Alonso. Straight as that. So far, your provision, so far, after 10, we do have Dimitri, Rafa, Ryan, Jarno in 14th, Mimla 15th, on the medium compound tyres. Tentoon Stelling 16th, also on mediums. Van Raj also on mediums in 17th. And AG30 19th, hasn't set a lap. And of course Danny Head Kemper is out of this session after a collision on his opening lap. So he'll definitely be a comeback to watch for. What are they all cutting? The first chicane. Matthias. He couldn't improve. He's on an outlap actually. Stein also on an outlap, looking to improve. Karem's been held in the pits. We do have a Turkish Tifosi fan in the comments, obviously supporting our two Turkish drivers, Karem and Killers. Both Turkish, but a fun fact is they both actually live in Holland. Oh, Quickster's around at the first chicane. Nearly has hit Levy there. Back to our fun fact, Karem and Killers both actually live in Holland, even though they both are originally from Turkey. And just like basically the other 16 of our drivers on this grid, they are actually Dutch. Oh, Jarno's run wide in the Mercedes. Just on an outlap. Oh no, he's not, that was his lap. Oh, that's bad. He's gonna have to try get back in and back out. Mimla 1 has set his lap time, not a very impressive one, but a lap time. Matty is sucking into the slipstream of Dimitri. We know these two are good friends. Is it one friend helping out another here? As we're gonna say it again, the slipstream shenanigans. Dimitri's turn has gone flying down. He's going to give Matthias some more slipstream. That's definitely one friend helping out another from the Haas driver and the Toro Rosso. Going to stay on board for the remainder of this lap. Comes through Lesmo 2. And is going to come down to the Ascari chicane. Gets on the braking well. Oh, and into the pits he goes. So, bins that lap, does Matthias. That's unusual, as we did see him get a very good suction off Dimitri there on that lap. Who else is on out laps? And here comes, is it the Ferrari switch again? Will we see? It's Killers giving Karem slipstream again, so that's a bit of a swap that they have not swapped from the last time. To Foxy working together in their home crowd. Lorenzo's joined the session. Will we get him racing? And that's unusual tactics from the two Ferraris. Normally we might have seen Karem give Killers a slipstream. Even I'm saying slipstream way too much. Give Killers a tow. Oh, SVDL letting Yarno through. Is Karem still on a lap? He's caught up to Killers again. They've timed that absolute beautifully, have the Ferraris. Killers pulls to one side. They've hit. That's not part of the plan. I think the whole idea of a slipstream isn't to ram your teammate into a chicane. But who knows? I'm not even a commentator. Karem looking to improve on this time. Is it purple? It doesn't look like, as he comes into the curve of the Parabolica for what will be probably his last lap in this session, as he is going to start burning out the tyres. Oh, he's giving. What is with people giving up on their laps? Top 4 on a lap. Levy's gone third in the Toro Rosso. That's a great lap from the Toro Rosso driver. Could we see a Toro Rosso 2-3 or even a Toro Rosso pole? Is Matthias giving Dimitri slipstream? That's what we're going to have to watch out for here. Matthias is only on an out lap at the time being. He is going to come back around for his lap. Dark FIFA, here he goes to start his lap. What could be a pole lap, or he could have pole already. Oh, Quickster's around again. We've seen this before last year at Monza. Oh, he's nearly been creamed by a Red Bull, but he's okay, thankfully. We're going to go on board with Darth FIFA here. Yellow flags left, right and centre around here. Rafa will start 12th or lower as he has finished this session so far. Yarno 14th, not good from the Mercedes. Mercedes having a really drop in form as Darth FIFA goes purple in Sector 2. The Belgian can pull it out of the bag whenever he needs. Formula 1 will start 12th for the Grand Prix. Why have we swapped? Stein's gone second. That's an amazing lap from the Williams. Really different competitors around Monza. Here comes Darth FIFA. Suctions into the Parabolica, improves his time by 2/10. What can Matthias do? He's quick, but is he quick enough? Ryan has retired from the session. Here's Matthias. No, only good enough for third is the Toro Rosso. Levy has gone 5th. Dimitri goes 4th in the Haas. Spoils a Haas second row. Spoils the Toro Rosso second row, sorry. Or can Levy improve? No, he can't. Quick. Oh, FEL's gone 4th in the Red Bull. That's a great lap from the Red Bull driver to go 4th and drop Levy down even further. Is that everybody on the finished? It is indeed. So, Darth FIFA will be on pole, but pole doesn't necessarily matter around Monza. As we've seen here last year in DRC, SHR got pole, and he did win the Grand Prix. We've seen in real life Charles Leclerc on pole. He won the Grand Prix. Can we see Darth FIFA's return to form in a few minutes' time? Your grid for the Grand Prix. Dark Viva's on pole. Stein will start second. Matthias third. FEL. Dimitri, Levy, Karem, Quickstar, SVDL, Joey, Killers, Mimala, Rafa, Ryan, Van Raj, Tentun, Stelling, Jarno, and then Danny Headcamper crashed out. Didn't set a time, and AG30 just didn't go out on the track. We don't know why, but he just didn't. Hopefully no connection issues like we had in well, no, it wasn't in Austria, it was the race before Austria. I've forgotten which one it was, but we just have a lot of, oh, was it Germany? Did we have Germany this season? I don't think we did. What was the race before Austria? That's really puzzled me. Oh, it was America, that's right. And then in Austria we had that mad safety car. Everything went smoothly in Monaco. Hopefully it can all go smoothly now. We'll find out in 5 seconds anyway. As we go on to the formation lap for this Grand Prix. It's a very tight and compact grid around Monza. As we're A-OK and we're underway here in Monza. Dart FIFA starts on pole for the Grand Prix. Stein starts second in the Williams, which is absolute magnificent from the debutant. In the Matthias third, after early signs of pace, he'll start third in the Toro Rosso. FEL fourth. Dimitri will start fifth in the Haas. That's a personal best result for the Dutchman. Levy sixth in the other Toro Rosso. Karem seventh in the lead Ferrari. Can we get a Tifosi win here today? Quickster in 8th in the Williams after going Sebastian Vettel mode and spinning multiple times. SVDL 9th in the other Racing Point. Can he get up and challenge the front of the pack? We'll have to wait and see. Joey 10th in the Renault, replacing Donkey for today. Killers 11th, the second Ferrari, will want to get up that pack as he will have Mimla 1 behind him in 12th position. Didn't have the best result, had a great start last week in Monaco, couldn't finish the job and retired. Rafa 13th after becoming a torpedo in Monaco last week. Ryan 14th after a podium in Monaco last week. And Van Raj 15th, Tentun Stelling 16th, and the 2 Alfa Romeos. Both got a comeback as we've seen in Monaco and America. Jarno 17th in the second Mercedes. Danny Headkemper looking for a comeback here today after a win last week and crashed out in qualifying. And AG30 will start 19th on the hard compound tyre. That's an extremely odd choice, but it could work, you know. And I hope somebody's passed on the message to Dimitri, the fact that he doesn't need to pit on lap. Are both Hasses number 2? Both Hasses are number 2, so of course the numbers don't really apply on the game. But both Hasses are in the number 2 car as we wait for AG30 to line up on the grid. Here we go, Dark FIFA will lead us off. Will we get some red lights? 1 red light. We've 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing in Monza. Is it a good start from our pole sitter? Yes, it is. No, it's not, as Stein's already got the jump. Look at Matthias crawling in. Tries to go down the middle of the 2. Stein collides with Dart FIFA. We have a virtual safety car. Quickster's hit Mimala 1. We have a virtual safety car already, as everyone's jumping all over the place. Karem's been involved in an incident. Oh yes, we can see it. Karem actually spun in the Ferrari. We have a very early virtual safety car around Monza, as it was a bad start from Dart FIFA. Mimala 1 had a collision with Karem, we believe. AG30's up to 11th already. We are back green again for the second time on lap 1. As Darth Fifa's got a flyer away, Matthias will look. FEL is in 4th with Dimitri 5th. Joey 6th, SPDL and Killers scrapping. Oh, Killers has some damage. Levy's got past him. So is Karem. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Has there been a bit of a collision? AG Surtees down to the back. Already after a flying start. Matthias looking to get past Stein up into the Parabolica. Oh, Quickster's been involved in a collision as well. He's down 10 positions to 17th. Oh, Danny Headcamper spun. We'll go to that in a minute, but FEL's looking to make a move on Matthias Gamer up into turn 1. Oh, Matthias has gone for a dive bomb, but not close enough. Oh, Levy's down the inside of SVDL. That's a slight corner cut, but gets around the outside into that opening chicane. Good move from the Toro Rosso man. Danny Headcamper's in the pits. Karem and SVDL getting very close. Around the Curva Grande into the chicane. Oh, very late on the brakes from Karem. Cuts the chicane. SVDL will be back on his tail, however. Look how close FEL is to Matthias. As they come around Lesmo 2, AG Surtees retired from the Grand Prix after a bad qualifying. He's had an awful race as well. Down the back straight into the scary chicane. Not close enough to make a move, but will look to get a good exit out of here. As Darth FIFA leaps away from 2nd position. Mimla 1's had a terrible start. Yarno runs very wide. Ryan looking to make a move on Killers here. As Joey gets past Dimitri down the straight, side by side, the Haas and the Renault. Who will be bravest under braking? That's what we need to look here. It's gonna be the Renault. He keeps the position. Oh, it's Tenton Stelling looking to make a bit of a dive bomb. As here comes Joey, look round the Curva Grande. Looking to make a dive bomb on Dimitri. Dimitri hasn't pitted on lap 1. Something new there anyway. It's starting to spread up the front. Yes, I am reading the chat, but you've just said go Ferrari, so... Joey's gonna try to get the DRS down. He's gonna get down the Seraglio into the Ascari chicane. It's a difficult place to overtake. It's an easy place to spin, as Sebastian Vettel has demonstrated on multiple occasions. Oh, Matthias is going up to Stein already in the Williams. Looking to make a move. Has Matthias found an early bit of pace here? That's what we'll have to watch out for as they come around. Start lap 4. We know lap 4 is where a lot of stuff happens in these Grand Prix. Matthias has set a purple lap. Yarno's got past Killers. We'll have to go back on board with them. Here comes Matthias. Late under the brakes. It sends it in. Not close enough on this occasion, but gets the switch back on the Williams. Side by side round the Curva Grande, as we've seen Leclerc and Hamilton many times. Matthias inside, Stein on the out. The Williams just edging out the Toro Rosso. Into braking they go. Can he go late on the brakes? Oh, they've touched on this contact. But both can continue very well here round Lesmo 1. And the Williams just edging out Matthias slightly. A very exciting lap here. FEL's caught onto the back of them as Dimitri is catching. Tentoon Stelling on the back of SVDL. Van Rash has run wide. And there's a mega gap all the way back to Ryan. Killers, Yarno, Mimla 1, Danny Headcamper and Quicksters with 1 DNF. In the form of AG Surtees. Here comes Matthias again. He's gonna try and get a move done before the straight. Down the inside. Round the Curva Grande. No, it's round Parabolica. It's gonna be a double slipstream. We're gonna possibly go 3 wide down the straight. Matthias gonna try get a move down onto Stein. FEL's gonna look down the inside. The Toro Rosso under brakes. Can't get it done for the second time. We're gonna have a five-way battle for second place. FEL on the inside of the Williams. It's mayhem in this early stages of the Grand Prix. Matthias is into second. The Williams has had an absolute swipe and a half at the Red Bull. Into braking, the Red Bull will get the position. Stein dropping positions as Dimitri's already on the back of him now. Oh, we have a yellow flag in sector 3. I believe it's Jarno who's gone wide. It is Jarno. Stein's going to try and make a look at FEL here as they are all catching up to Matthias. FIFA's already 4 seconds in front. 5 seconds in front now. How does that man do it? Levy and Karem battling. We're going to drop back to here. Karem's off the circuit trying to make a move. Mega stuff from the Turkish driver. So here comes FEL looking to make the slipstream and get into that second position. Past Matthias. Look at this train battling for second position. It's hectic start. Here comes Matthias. Stein goes down the inside of the Red Bull. Gets back into third position. Oh, he's nearly spun Matthias. He's touched. Very aggressive from the Williams. It's mayhem so far as Jarno pulls off and is retiring from this Grand Prix, no doubt. Stein looking to get down the inside of Matthias, but he's going to have to do it the long way round. He's touched Matthias again. Front wing damage on, definitely on the Williams. FEL is going to look to make a move. Round Lesmo 1. Dimitri's caught up to these. So is Joey, and Karem's catching up and all. Oh, we've a yellow flag in sector 2. It's Jarno just retiring from this Grand Prix eventually. Not a great race. We've a virtual safety car. That's going to spoil our fun here. We've had 3 laps of mayhem round the Autodromo di Monza. If only every race was like this. We have a 5-car battle for second place. As we do have a virtual safety car, will we see an early pit stop? Will we see an early pit stop from the early pit stop man, Dimitri? We're going to see 3 early pit stops. Should have been a sidekick. Now, what tyres will they go on? Stein has received a collision for... Stein has received a penalty for a collision with Matthias. Not sure what's gone on there. As he's going to serve that penalty, that's going to drop in Van Rage up to 3rd because not pitting. And we're back green. FEL will lead this race from Dart FIFA pitting for the mediums. Karem's come out in 4th. What? How has that happened? He's just jumped Matthias Dimitri, Joey Tentoon and Stein. How has he done that? I've no idea how he's did that, but he has. Karem have we seen a good strategy from Ferrari? That's something you don't see every day. As will we get the 5-car train for second. Have a battle again. Danny Kemper's received a penalty. He's had an awful race. As FEL didn't pit under that virtual safety car, we've had 2 so far this race. There's definitely the chance we'll get another. He's going to be clawed in by the racing point very soon. When Raj has made a pit stop, Owen has received a speeding in the pit lane penalty. That's definitely not going to help the Alpha's chances. As the Williams, who was in P2 but on the start of lap 6, is now in 9th. From pit stops, as everyone's kind of slotting back in their position, apart from Karem, who was sideways 200 metres after this race start. How is he in 3rd? What has happened to the entire grid that has let him be in third? As Levy's dropped all the way to 12th after a pit stop. Oh, he's side by side with Rafa. Around the Curva Grande they go. We've seen 3 side-by-sides through here so far in this Grand Prix. The Toro Rosso on the Mercedes, you don't see that often, but it will be the Mercedes who edges it out this time. Monroe slotted into 10th after the Alfa's pit stop. SVDL 9th. Oh, Matthias just got past Carem. We've just missed all that. Matthias goes back and shows Carem, who should be in third. The Toro Rosso getting past the Ferrari. The two Italian teams looking to battle for the podium around the home track here. As the gap, FEL would like, if he'd like to pit now, that would really benefit him, as he's been crawled in and around 2 seconds a lap from our provisional race leader, our FIFA. Carem's gone on the hard tyres, which means he is most likely going to go to the end. As he's crawled, we have a yellow flag. Quickster's gone off, or is it Killers? It was Killers. He spun at the Ascari chicane. He's absolute killing that corner every single time. Gone wide about twice there. As what was mayhem has kind of calmed down slightly. Levy's still on the back of Rafa around the Curva Grande again. Can he make another move? Or he didn't make the move the first time. Can he have an attempt for another move? He's gonna try go down the inside, thinks better of it, and goes for a more cautious approach. Not like his Toro Rosso teammate, absolute. Just as Daniel Ricciardo would be proud of, licking the stamp and sending it. He's really changed. He's used to be that calm and cautious driver, just goes for it now, and part of us saying we do like that side of the more aggressive Matthias. As Tentun Stelling's catching up to Joey now. He's gonna get a bit of a slipstream down the straight as the Alfa Romeo. He's gone onto the softs and he's gonna blast past the Renault here. The Renault's got a horrendous exit. Both side by side we go. As Tentun Stelling's gonna get under the brakes, gets the job done. Oh no, he has not got the job done because he's absolute missed that corner. That's not how you take that first chicane. He's gonna have to try get back past the Williams again. He's not gonna get into this corner, a bit too far back. He's gone onto the soft tyres, which is a very odd approach. It's like, oh, he's nearly spun. It's like he's banking on a safety car of some sort. As Danny Kemper's received another penalty, that's definitely not helping his chances of a good result in this race after crashing in quali. See Quickster catching up to Beamer 1, both just being very slow at the back of the pack. Must have damage of some sort, the two, but they've both spun twice. The other Haas of Dimitri's received a penalty. This has Tentun Stelling caught up to the Renault. He hasn't really, but Stein's certainly caught up to him and the other Williams. Down the main straight they go. Quickster's just got past Mimolo 1 at the back, but we're going to stick onto this battle. Here comes Tentun Stelling. Can he get under the brakes on Joey? We're going to stick on board. Sends it down the inside. Joey leaves no space whatsoever. He's got to try get him on the switchback as they're going to go side by side around the Curva Grande. Alfa versus Renault here. A real standard battle you'll see for the midfield. Gets the slipstream. Does Tentun Stelling. In a special Monza helmet you can see he's sporting. He's not going to send it down. Oh, he's really backed off there. We were expecting something a lot more exciting from that. Doesn't get the job done there, however. Oh, Rafa side by side with Levy. The Toro Rosso's finally got the job done on the Mercedes man. That's taken him about 4 attempts, but he's got there in the end. Quickster comes in for another pit stop. As Killers has... I did say he absolute was killing that chicane every time. And I know you might say it's in his name, but this is getting a joke. He's about to be lapped. Tentoon Stelling's going to have to try once again on Joey. It's really, really taking him a lot longer than it should, seeing as he is on the soft tyres. And Joey is on the mediums. But we're going to have to look here, as we get a nice aerial shot of the Alfa Romeo coming around there. And look at the weaving from the Renault to break the toe or the slipstream. And he's a lot further back on this attempt. If he sends it from there... Oh my... Stein nearly did send it from there. In the Williams, there mustn't be any brakes on that Williams, because he's nearly punted Tentoon Stelling as he nearly punted Matthias. It's take number 4 for Tentoon Stelling. He's gonna get him on this occasion. Late on the brakes, the Renault is still gonna go around the outside. Great defending from Joey, and really, really battling to keep that 6th position. The Williams is going to gobble up Tentoon Stelling if he does not make a move. Joey's made a mistake. And would you say I've commentator cursed him there? I really think I have. Stein's now going to gobble up the Renault of Joey. Can he do it a lot more quicker than the Alpha could? But he hasn't. But that's always what they say. Oh no! Tentoon Stelling spun around at the Ascari chicane. Oh, that's awful, after just making his move. And I was going to say, he just pushed Joey into a mistake. He's pushed himself into a mistake. He's dropped to 11th. Gonna be 12th as Rafa's gonna get past. That's awful, as Dimitri's battling with Karem. Karem sent one down the inside of the Haas. They much, I believe. So we're gonna go on board with Dimitri. It's all kicking off on lap 13. Which will be unlucky for some, but certainly unlucky for Tentoon Stelling in the Alfa Romeo. Karem has taken an extremely odd line through that corner. But we will leave it. Joey sending it up the inside of Stein, coming through here. Down the inside goes the Renault, keeps the P6. Oh, that's not a place for an overtake, Dimitri, but he's only gone and done it. In round through Lesmo 1, he's got past the Ferrari. Sends the Tifosi all home with an excellent position, but it's side by side again. This is not a place for an overtake. This is a collision waiting to happen, but they both keep it clean. Somehow they've kept that out of the wall. Levy's got past Van Raj. These two are side by side, or were side by side. They do say Monza's the temple of speed. For us, it's certainly the temple of overtakes. As Darth Fifa's got past FEL, why hasn't he pit? Why hasn't he pit? He's going to drop to about 11th. As Karem and Dimitri go side by side once more down the straight. It's going to be Karem who takes the win in this battle, just for the time being. He is on the harder compounded tyres, looking to go to the end, but Dimitri could be well as well. Well as well, yeah. Side by side through the curve of Grande. Can Dimitri make it a Grande move? Oh no, but he can make it a Grande collision, alright. Through that corner. They keep going side by side and keep weaving. It's not bumper cars. Oh, Karem's nearly spun. As Joey receives a penalty. Has Joey run wide. SVDL, however, has got a position. So has Stein, the Renault, who was battling with the Williams, keeping P6. He's dropped 2 positions. As Darth Fifa's coming around to lap the Williams of Quickster. Quickster in P16, not having a great race so far after some early collisions. Dimitri now looking to catch back up to Karem. Don't even ask me what they were doing. Both looking for an accident through Curva Grande. Joey's going to look to regain his P6, but he's going to have to get through P7 first. And he's going to have to learn how to take that corner if he ever wants to get a good exit, because he's just messed that one up about 12 times today. And Raj looking to get the slipstream on Levy as they come down the main straight. The Alfa Romeo, both sporting very Italian helmets. Of course, the team is from Italy. headquarters is in Switzerland, however, as they used to be the Sauber team. Tentoon Stelling sent one up the inside of Ryan. Oh no, they've touched. Tentoon Stelling messes that. Ryan's pushing him off the track. And we know Ryan has a very, very short temper, really showing it, as there was only a slight little tap from Tentoon Stelling. It is racing all the same. Ryan then decides, I'm going to send Tentoon Stelling into a wall. And he's brake checked him as well. That's really bad sportsmanship from the Renault. That was definitely a tap on the brakes after that chicane. That's not the natural line. Tentoon Stelling's gonna have to try and make a move back. We know he's not gonna let him go. As FEL, is he going to try go to the end on a set of softs? That's a very bold move. He's did 16 laps on them. Tentoon Stelling's received a penalty as he had another collision. He hasn't, but we know Ryan's driving style. He is most likely going to have another one. Stein's got past SVDL in 6th, or defending SVDL for 6th as he was. And Tentoon Stelling must have front wing damage. He's coming into the pits. Oh, and he's received another penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That isn't very good. Oh, here we go. It's Stein and SVDL. We're going to go on board with the Racing Point. Very slow through that. And you'll never guess what I've just spotted on that camera. It is rain in Monza. We're going to have a wet patch in this race on lap 16. We're going to go on board with Dark FIFA. Yes, look at the rain. There is drops on that camera. What will Dark FIFA do? He's, of course, leading the way. He's going to stick it out. Who will be our first of our wet runners? We might see some of the back investigating. Though, and it will be, I was just going to say, Mimula 1. Mimula 1 is going to be our test monkey, and onto the mediums he goes. And FEL's pulled a blinder. Not pitting was the exact right thing to do. He's down in 8th, but of course everyone else is going to have to pit. There was me doubting the Red Bull man. He obviously knew the weather reports. Of course, the drivers do get weather reports from their engineers and can ask them all this time. But yeah, so he's managed to do 17 laps on a set of softs. Everyone's receiving penalties. Don't ask me why, but they are. As Karem is lapping Mimula 1. Now, who is our best wet driver? We did see Dark FIFA win in Suzuka in the wet race. But that was mayhem. You cannot take anything from that. 10 laps to go. Is it bad enough for intermediates? Dark FIFA clearly thinks it is and is going to pull into the pits. Will we see everyone else pitting, or will we see one guy try to edge it out on this set of softs? We know once rain comes, it can change everything. You've seen it in real Formula 1. We've seen drivers such as Nico Hülkenberg excel in the wet. Will we see anyone specifically excel here? Everyone's coming into the pits. Karem isn't. He's sticking out on the hard tyres. He's clearly confident. That might be a strategy for the worst, though, here, as it does look very wet out on the track. Somebody who is out on track running on board with Van Raj. Yes, very wet it is. As everyone's coming in for intermediate tyres. Now, can everyone keep the... FEL's up to 4th, which means he has indeed pulled an absolute blinder on the strategy here. I still don't know how he did that, but he has. As Karem leads from Dark FIFA, they're going to have a bit of a battle here. Down the main straight, it's leader versus our comeback king so far today. One on dries, one on intermediates. Dark FIFA clearly has more grip coming through this section. But that could all change. Karem looking to give the Tifosi something to shout for. Karem is one known for collisions, though. Not going to have a chance against our race leader today. And yep, so Karem's made a disaster on the strategy. Clearly not the right weather for slicks. As Dimitri, oh, he's touched SVDL. I was going to say, gonna look for a move on the racing point, but he hasn't. We've a yellow flag in sector 2. We've a yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, it's just Quickster again. He's spun way too many times. SVDL's nearly lost it. This actually even looks a lot worse for intermediates. Let's look at Dimitri, however. He could be our reign master here today. He's got to look to make a move on SVDL. Round the Parabolica. He's nearly hit him again. What is he doing? It's the Haas. FEL's up into the podium positions. We have somebody in the comments wanting a safety car. We could well see one. Karem comes out in 4th, but SVDL's going to try get the move on him now. Tries round the outside, but he's going to lose a position. Is the racing point. Joey's come from nowhere and has decided to take the chicane as a straight line. Cannot do that. As it is a 12-second gap into the front, but we could see a collision and we could see a safety car. Karem sliding all over the place in the Ferrari in front. SVDL looking to make a move back on Dimitri. Can't get it done, however. Stein looking to get back on Joey in peace. Oh, the Williams has nearly lost it coming into Lesmo too. Ryan getting past Danny Headcamper. Down into the second chicane. Tentoon Stelling still on mediums. Why is he on mediums? He's kept it under control on mediums even, which is great for him. It's Dimitri, he is our Rainmaster, has caught up to Karem already, gonna make a move into 4th after a great qualifying from the Haas. He's gonna do what his Haas teammate did last week and try get a podium result. Steady through there, keeping it under control. Yellow flag sector 3. There's a Ferrari off. There's a Ferrari of killers into the wall. Will we get this beloved safety car? No, because he's not out of the race. Oh, we might get hit here. Keeps it under control. 7 laps to go. The gap up the front. How do we have a yellow flag in every sector? How is that even possible? Killers is retired from the session as Stein receives a penalty. Dimitri! No, I'm not going to put it. No, I'm not even going to try pronounce that surname. Gets past Karem. Karem side by side. Didn't even notice coming down into the Ascari chicane. Giving us a great battle here. Giving us a great battle to watch as Killers is out of this Grand Prix as well as Yarno and AG30. As Dart FIFA extends his lead even more with 6 laps to go. It's not looking hopeful for a safety car. Although it is looking hopeful that we might have to go to full wets here around Monza. With a yellow flag. Oh, Ryan's out of the Grand Prix. What's happened there? Oh, 10 to 7 laps. So they are catching up to a battle for 4th. Ryan has left the session. We do want a safety car here. It is what we would like to see, a battle for the win. Oh, Mimela 1 is just passing the DNF car of Ryan. Karen's gonna try and get a bit of a toe down this main straight even to get past Dimitri. 5 laps to go. It's been an awesome race so far. Very quick as well. As he's not close enough to make a move. Oh, he sent it down the inside. Karem Ehrenvist has absolute sent it. Absolute sent one into the opening chicane. Can't get it past. That is bloody. That is something else. He's gonna send it again. Down the inside goes Karem and the Ferrari. They've touched. The Haas and the Ferrari both touching. Both candidates for driver of the day, so they have touched coming into this chicane. Karem tries round the outside into Lesmo too, but he's gonna get passed by Joey. He could get passed by multiple here. Here comes Joey, gonna try send one down into the Ascari chicane. Can't do it just yet. He's gonna have to try one round the outside of curve of the Parabolica. As he can't get it done just on this occasion. Here we go, lap 24, lap 23 even. It's gonna be Joey looking to make a move on Karem Invest. 4P5, down into the chicane we go. Late on the brakes, not gonna send one on this occasion is the Renault. But Karem's run very wide, and he could send one now on this occasion. Side by side, they're gonna come down into the Curva Grande. Gonna be a Grande move by, I've said that joke, I should stop saying that. Here comes Joey. Gonna try pull to the outside, round the outside or round the inside he goes. Under braking, can't not get it done. Dart FIFA's received a penalty, take the screenshots, that's something you don't see. Oh, Karem's into the wall! Karem's out! He's pulled Joey into the wall! He's out of this session! We might well get the... Oh, it's a virtual safety car. But he's out! What was Karem thinking? Tries to pull Joey into the wall. What was that move from Karem? And we do get a virtual safety car 3 laps from the end, not a full one. That is stupidity at its finest from the Ferrari driver. Which means we will get a Ferrari double DNF in Monza. What was he thinking? Joey's down to 8th. That was Karem's own fault. I really do agree. We still don't get a safety car. Joey is coming into the pits to fix front wing damage. Very unfortunate from the Renault driver. He's drove a storm in Grand Prix. As we go green again, we still don't get a safety car. I probably wouldn't get one 3 laps from the end anyway. But Karem, absolute stupid move. As would you look who's on course for points. Danny Headcamper hasn't been a good drive at all from the Haas. But it still has been a drive of somewhat is noticeable. Somewhat noticeable, that's the word we're looking for. As Matthias is not going to have enough pace or time to catch up to Dart FIFA. As of course, make sure to vote for your driver of the day. Fastest lap is in Matthias's hands so far. Here. Oh, SVD has run wide. Stein gonna look to make a move back into P4 after starting on the podium, or starting in the top 3, starting second. Yeah, there, he started second. Sorry, why am I moving off? Can we see a move down the inside? No, we cannot. Can he get a move done round the outside into Lesmo 1? Can he go back into Lesmo 2? Oh, runs wide slightly, does the Williams. But he might get a run down into turn. Into the Ascari chicane. Here comes the Williams. Can't get close enough on this occasion, but gains quite nicely into that corner as Dartfeet will start his second lap. As Dartfeet is cruising to another victory, but it isn't part of that sacred streak which he lost. Karem's in the chat now. Mate, it was your own fault. As can Stein have a look to make a move on SVDL? Can't on this occasion. But Levy's caught up nicely to Stein. Dartfeet has come around to lap Joey in 11th, who Karem killed, is what we're going to say. As he comes into the pits again. For Slicks, maybe? Maybe it's Slicks, as Dartfeet will start his final lap. There's no point putting on Slicks now, Joey. He is putting on Slicks, it's looking like. He is putting on Slicks. If only we had 10 more laps to this amazing GP, we could have seen an absolute mega transformation in weather around Monza. It can be like this sometimes, as we did see back in 2008. As here comes Dartfeet and Lesmo 1 and round into Lesmo 2. Do we have any battles going on still? Oh, Stein's disconnected. Can Levy try get a move on the DSQ'd Williams? That's not what disconnected is. But anyway, as Dartfeet, can we see a recreation from Tentoon Stelling of his amazing finish last season, slamming into the wall? You may remember. But there's one man on top and one man back on top after a DNF in Monaco. He's dominated again. You're going to see the number 14 Racing Point back on top today. Dartfeet is going to win the Italian Grand Prix. Spins it at the line for good measure. That's a Tentoon Stelling recreation in itself, as he wins in Monza. Matthias Gamer is going to get back on the podium after another DNF in Monaco. It's a great result for that Toro Rosso and an Italian car on an Italian podium today. Italia. Mamma mia. FEL, he's going to get a debut podium in DRC. Great result from the Red Bull. And here is what is an outstanding result. It's Dimitri finishes 4th. Oh, Stein's come 4th. Oh, Levy's come 4th. Oh, to do with penalties, Levy has come 4th. Great result from Toro Rosso. Oh, can Danny Head Camper get on Van Raj on the slipstream? Van Raj will come 8th. Rafa 9th. And that is your Dude Stelling has did a recreation of his famous Italian finish, as he's literally in Dark FIFA's car. And leave your driver of the day below as we go on to our podium. 2 Belgians on top. Thomas, or Dark FIFA, sorry, is your winner today. And here is your final results. But first, to announce driver of the day, it will go to Levy, who's come 4th in the Toro Rosso. Dark FIFA is your winner today after what wasn't not expected. Matthias Gamer 2nd, back on the podium. FBL Patrick Alonso in 3rd. In a great result for Red Bull. Levy 4th, driver of the day. Dimitri 5th, Stein 6th, SVDL 7th, Van Raj 8th, Rafa 9th, Danny Head Kemper will get some points even though he did start last. Joey 11th after a collision with Karem, Tentun Stelling 12th, Mimolo 113th, Killers 14th, and your non-finishers Karem, Ryan, Killers, Yano and AG 30 round off the grid today, or round off the finishers today. So that's all we have got time for in another, what was a hectic Grand Prix. A really enjoyable one on my side. We hope you enjoyed it too. And from me and all the DRC team, good night.